Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere.
Good night, everyone. I am Michelle Rodriguez, Public Relations Officer at NEMA. In the studio with me is Senior Met Officer Mr. Elmo Burke. The National Emergency Management Agency and the Met Office are closely monitoring a system in the Atlantic, which will likely affect us this weekend. Now, Mr. Burke, earlier today I would have reported about Tropical Depression 7 coming towards us. Can you tell us where Tropical Depression 7 is at this point as we speak?
Thanks for having me, Michelle. As of 5 p.m. today, Friday the 13th August 2021, Tropical Depression number 7 was located at 15.4 degrees north, 51.8 degrees west, and that puts it at approximately 735 miles to the east-southeast of St. Kitts. It was moving in a westerly direction at about 22 miles per hour and had sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. Based on the wind speed that it's packing at this moment, it's basically just shy of a tropical storm. We anticipate that sometime later tonight that this tropical depression is likely to upgrade into a tropical storm, and as such would become our next named storm. So it will be our G storm. Now, in terms of the path, based on the current trajectory, we're anticipating it to be in our vicinity as you indicated by this weekend, specifically late Saturday into Sunday. At its closest point, we anticipate that should be more so on Sunday morning in the early mornings. However, residents need to recognize that it is not just a point, but is of a system, and as such, we expect deterioration in conditions starting from late tomorrow into Sunday, and this would gradually improve as the system moves away slowly from us. So again, deterioration in weather conditions late Saturday into Sunday. And when we say deterioration in weather conditions, what we are speaking about primarily is an increase in shower activity, an increase in thunderstorm activity, especially as you go into the early mornings hours of Sunday, as well as some of these showers going to be moderate to heavy. The winds, we are anticipating winds near or at tropical storm force sustain over St. Kitts and Nevis. However, we anticipate higher gusts reaching up to about 50 miles per hour, and as such, we are advising the general public to secure any loose items that you may have around your property, because these may become missiles and endanger not only other persons but even yourself. In terms of rainfall, because for this system, we're anticipating it to generate anywhere between 2 to 4 inches of rainfall with isolated higher totals, possibly up to 6 inches. There is a potential for flash flooding. As such, it is highly recommended that persons desist from parking in the known waterways. And when we say the known waterways, we're talking about these guts throughout St. Kitts and Nevis, because these may come down and you may be sleeping at the time that they may come down. And note I'm using the word may because we are forecasting 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. However, we may get less or we may get more, and as such, as a precautionary measure, we're asking you to avoid parking in the guts during this time, especially during the passage.
Where is the worst part of the storm likely to hit us?
Based on the current trajectory, the center is likely to pass slightly to our south. If that do materialize, that would mean that we would be on the northern flank of the system. The northern flank of a storm is generally the stronger part of the storm, and as such, we can anticipate, if that materializes, we can anticipate the stronger part of the storm affecting us. So we can see the more sustained storm force conditions and more shower activity and thunderstorm as well.
Okay, so there's no likelihood of us being spared from this storm.
Weather is so dynamic. That's why we at the St. Kitts Met Office, we're going to be closely monitoring it. Yes, we would pray that there's a deviation, but from a disaster point of view, we have to be prepared. The current trajectory at this moment is for the system to move in our general vicinity, and as such, we're asking the general public to prepare now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burke. Residents are kindly being reminded to ensure that they are prepared to implement emergency response plans if it becomes necessary. Good night and thanks for listening. I'm Michelle Rodriguez, Public Relations Officer at NEMA.
Everybody